Imagine if we lost all internet and we no longer had any access to any social media apps or websites. Now, the world would go crazy if we no longer had any access to social media accounts to constantly go onto. Now, how else would we see what our friends or families are doing? I mean, it's the best way to see what friends, families, and even famous celebrities are doing every second of every day. Now, while social media is all fun and games, there are studies that show that it can actually be very harmful. I'm Angelica Galvan, and I'm here to explain some of these reasons. Now, the first one here is that people tend to spend a lot of time on social media. Now, my next reason is that social media tends to lower people's self-esteem and creates high expectations for how to look, dress, act, and so forth. And lastly, my last reason is that putting too much personal information online can be very dangerous if it gets into the wrong hands. Now, try and imagine how much time you have spent staring at your phone screen or laptop screen. Now, of course, it does vary with people, but according to James Mander, the chief research reporter from the Global Web Index, he states that people on average spend approximately 2 hours per day on social media. Now, while 2 hours may not seem like a lot, that comes out to about 60 hours a month. And keep in mind that this is only with 2 hours, and people tend to spend way more of their time on social media. Now, not only that, but sadly, the amount of time that people spend have only begun to increase since 2012. And while, of course, it's easy to sit and scroll all day long, it is very bad to not be productive, and most people spend all day on social media, and eventually the day is ending and they realize that they had not gotten anything done. Now, not only that, but people that spend their time on social media are usually sitting down or not moving and getting the proper amount of exercise that they should be getting. Now, my next reason is actually my favorite one, and that is because social media tends to bring people's self-confidence down, and they feel like they don't meet the standards of the famous celebrities and models that we see in images every day on social media. Now, many kids are given cell phones early these days, and of course that leads to them creating social media accounts. Now, people want to have as many friends and followers as possible in order to gain popularity, but that can usually lead to comparing with many other people. Now, an example of this would be with the Kardashian family that we see and hear of just about every single day, whether we like it or not. And of course, it is very hard to not compare ourselves to their wealth and beauty. Now, another factor in this is with cyberbullying, because of course it's easy to send mean comments to other people when you can't see them, and this is very popular today among people's races, ages, sexes, genders, and so forth. But according to Park Nicollet Melrose Center, Girl Scouts did an online study with over 1,000 girls ages 13 to 17, and they found that 9 out of 10 girls felt pressured by fashion or media industries to be skinny. Now, it's extremely sad to imagine all of the young children that think this way today because of the images that they are constantly seeing every day on their phones. Now, my last reason is actually going back to that. The statistics with the girls have shown how much their self-esteems have gone down. But anyways, my third reason, and this is actually the most important one, and that is because people tend to give too much of their information online, and there are many dangerous and untrustworthy people in the world. Now, on Facebook, people are able to give their hometown, their birth date, their workplace, their school place, and of course, while it's fun to share information with friends and families, there are dangerous people out there that can take a hold of this and, of course, do bad things. Now, there are murderers, sex predators, even people who are involved in sex trafficking, and sadly, that is very popular today as well. Now, the National Crime Prevention Center, or the NCPC, they have a wide range of information on their site about safety and they have an article on tips for parents talking about friend requests and tagging and hackers and so forth. But the main thing that I noticed was the sharing of locations. Now, today that seems to be very popular, sharing locations with friends, and I think people need to be more aware of this. The NCPC mentions as well that while it can be fun to share your locations with friends and families, it can also increase your vulnerability. Now, to wrap this all up, it's important to remember that while social media is all fun and games, it is harmful to some people, to most people, and it's best to always just put your phone down or close your laptop screen and just get out and enjoy all of life's memories. Now, nobody wants to look back at their life and just remember all their memories being them staring at a screen all day. I know I personally have an issue with social media, and it's little reminders like this that help. Plus, it's always nice to encourage other people to get off of social media as much as possible. Now, while social media is an amazing thing, just remember to use it wisely. Thank you.